3. We're gonna be doing the alternate ending. That's the casino in the background. Oh shit, wrong episode or wrong button. Last episode we did this one, which was pretty much leave New Bordeaux, which that's not what the fuck we're doing today. I didn't like that ending, and I learned so for the first time I watched one of my videos all the way, and I skipped to the ending because I want to watch that ending cutscene over again. And I realized that that ending cutscene, you guys can't hear, and from that I took it as every single cutscene, you guys haven't heard the dialogue. You could read the subtitles and pause it, but you guys can't hear it. So I was like, well, shit, that sucks. What is that? Album cover. I don't care. And I didn't know that. That was the first I've realized that. So, which kind of sucks. But I'm kind of hoping to do it again, and so I could kind of like narrate it. I guess that's the new thing. I should be doing. I don't have an Elgato. I mean, obviously I'm streaming this from my PS4, so I guess it just takes all the cutscenes and takes out the audio for it. But pretty much, the Donovan was at the courthouse. The jury or whoever not the jury, the whatever. I forgot what they're called. The judges, you know, the I don't know. The people who Donovan was talking to was saying, "Oh, so where the hell is Lincoln been?" And they were saying like he went to California, and then went to Alaska, and was like, you know, went to a couple other places, and then oh, but okay, so that was Father James was talking about that, and then who else? That detective guy was also talking about that, how Lincoln Clay was gone, and he left everything, and this is where the jury people, whoever, judges, whatever the fuck, they said that Cassandra took over everything, and she ran with an iron fist and like killed fucking everyone. Even that creepy old man that we found after killing Sal, who was like, kick up 20% of me and you could run this town. I don't give a shit what the fuck you do. She killed him. She killed everyone. And then Hurricane Cassandra, I guess, hit, and I guess everyone's calling it Hurricane Cassandra. And they said that she went into hiding, but before that, the government was like, before I go in, let me finish talking. The government was like going after her. They stopped funding for the schools. They stopped funding for they weren't picking up the trash and everything, and they completely shut everything down. No services, no nothing. They're pretty much saying like, all right, Cassandra, you want to rule? You want to rule this city? You rule it then, without us, without government. It just went to shit. There was trash everywhere. Schools didn't have funding. And she I forgot what she did, but she pretty much said this town or this whole place is mine. I don't give a shit. And then the flooding happened, and then half the people left, half the people died, and everyone just assumed she was the half that died. She ran the whole underworld, and so they assumed she died, but there's rumors that she was still running the underworld. And Lincoln Clay just was gone. He was just gone. And anyways, Donovan was like, you know what's weird? After Sal Marcano, I looked into his paperwork and his stuff and everything, and the weirdest shit is that your name kept popping up. And then he shot the guy in the head, killed him. He's like, oh, when President... I forgot who was it. I forgot who it was. So before that, he asked him, the guy he shot, he asked him, he's like, where were you when President so-and-so died, was executed or was shot, killed or something. And he goes, I don't know, I was laying in bed probably or something. He's like, you know where I was? I remember exactly where the fuck I was. I was in a trench with a hacksaw cutting this woman up because I needed her son to talk. And the only way she'd talk was the only way he would talk if I cut up his old lady. So I got bits and pieces of her laying around everywhere. And I knew once I found out what I did for my country, for the president to just be executed, I knew I'd do whatever it takes to get revenge or payback or whatever. And then he goes, so it's weird when your name pops up on all of Sal Marconi's stuff, and then he just goes, shoots the guy. It was fucking crazy, man. It was such a great ending. And I'm not doing it justice, but I wish you guys could hear it. It's funny, they're all color coordinated. Let's find out what goes on. Remember, Donovan said your best option is to kill them. Take them out before they take you out.
Sal and Georgie are gone. And after all the shit we've been through, we run this city.
So we finally gonna get our chance to make things right in this town. Bring a balance to things. Wasn't certain we'd ever actually get here.
After all the bullshit, it's almost impossible for me to wrap my brain around the fact that we actually did it. You're a fucking saint, Lincoln. And I'm honored to know you.
No, that's the kind of news you never...
Oh, man. So you can rule together or rule alone. Let's rule... I like the whole rule together part, okay? Next time we'll do rule alone. But this time we're going to do rule together.
We're not here because of what I did, or because of what any of y'all did. We're here because we stood together. And as long as we stay strong, ain't no one ever gonna fuck with us.
So, he was... This guy is pretty much saying that Lincoln couldn't stay to the city. He expanded everywhere, and he's smart with his money. He's saying that Lincoln Clay thought he's untouchable, but no one's untouchable. Makes charities to places here and there. Oh, he made this documentary to shine the light on the real Lincoln Clay. Lincoln Clay gave into everything: drugs, booze, prostitution, you name it. If it had made $1, he was involved. Seeing him on the news strutting around sometimes, I think he should have died over at Sammy's with all the rest of them. There'd be a kind of peace in that. Damn, that's fucked up. Yeah, he's having trouble saying that too. He'd wish Lincoln would just rather die than rule. Man, he really wanted to see... It's hard when you see the best in people and they just can't live up to that, but that's your own false expectations. And that's why he's so heartbroken, because he knows Lincoln Clay could have done better. But world's cruel, and they make cruel monsters. Turn it off. I've got nothing else to say about any of this. Damn, after all this. He is so heartbroken. I mean, that was alright. He did everything right, though. He ruled. I don't know. I see that as a better ending. He ruled, gave back money, rebuilt after the hurricane. That's one thing Cassandra didn't do. She just went right into hiding. But Lincoln, he rebuilt, donated to schools, donated to, I don't know, whatever else that was. Made it right with his money. I wish they'd say, yeah. If you watched last episode, I don't know if there's gonna be an ending cutscene. I'm pretty sure there is, but like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if you comment down below if you liked last episode's choice of just leaving to California, literally to California, or this one where he just kind of rules everything. He expands it to what showed was from like down south to up north. Kind of tried, I don't know, almost becoming like a president, pretty much just run this whole country. Had his hands in everything. He wasn't content. I guess that's where greed comes from. But let's check out what happens after this. Let me ask you something, Senator. Where were you when John Kennedy was assassinated? I don't know, Homer. And he mocks him. Fucking Donovan. Muddy Hut in Vietnam, slowly dismembering an old woman, cutting her apart bit by bit. And you know why? Because her son was a NVA officer. And hurting her was the only way to make him talk. Senator Blake. Yeah. What's up? Fucking Donovan. He was pissed. Told him to sit down, shut the fuck up. He believed what this nation stood for. Yeah, he's talking about how he cut up the old woman. How he cut her up all around her. And the president of the United States was fucking murdered. He couldn't let that stand. And he would find a way to make it right no matter how long it'd make him take. I'm saying that Sal Marcano and a group of conspirators murdered President Kennedy. That is the most absurd thing I've ever heard. I assumed you'd say that. Don't fucking move. I love this part. This is so fucking crazy. Now this. You're out of your fucking mind. I don't hold anyone's ambitions against, and you certainly were ambitious, weren't you? You went to law school, became a district attorney, and then the United States Senate. After Sal died, I went through his files. Imagine my surprise when your name over and over and over. The mob wanted Jack Kennedy dead, and you were more than willing to help. There's cameras everywhere, witness. Donovan's like, I want them to see you, you stupid asshole, because, I'm not finishing with you, I'm starting with you. Shot him in the chest, shot him in the head. God damn. Damn, and he said, and they're next. Look at him fucking around with everyone. Damn, and walks out like a boss. That's fucking amazing. All right, I know there's nothing after this, so like, comment, subscribe. I fucking love that cutscene, man. That made like the whole game worth it. Like once you, well, killing Sal in that. Donovan's such a badass. Love that character. Like, comment, subscribe.